You are now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. You mentioned about deleting emotions, so I'm just going to put it out there. For a lot of people listening, I know when I first came across this, if you'd have told me, Chloe, you're going to do a course where you can delete your emotions, I would be worrying, is it safe?
Okay. So, yes, it's safe. What we're doing is releasing the emotions from events in the past.
Wow.
So, so if you've got an event in the past, which could be in the distant past, which still makes you feel angry, still makes you feel sad, still makes you feel afraid, still makes you feel hurt, still makes you feel guilty, then we can use timeline therapy to release those emotions on those events in the past. The memory is still there. It happened. But we release the emotions from that. But that also means that the person will still be able to experience all of those emotions in the future when it's appropriate. But I think what happens with a lot of people is that they experience those emotions inappropriately. Yeah. A great example would be road rage. Yeah. Is it appropriate to get a bit grumpy if somebody cuts you up on the motorway? Yeah. Is it appropriate to chase them at 100 miles an hour, 20 miles down the road, run them off of the road, and then get the baseball bat out the back of the car, which you just happen to have, and smash the windscreen in? No. Yeah. But if somebody's got a lot of unresolved anger in their neurology, the slightest thing will trip it off, and all of the anger from all of the events in the past will come up in one go. And this is where you hear people go, I don't know why I got so angry about that. It was just ... Or other people who are watching this situation, they're going like, whoa, that's a bit of a major reaction. It was only this. So what timeline therapy enables you to do is to reset your neurology, to empty the neurology of those negative emotions in the past.
Wow.
Which gives you emotional freedom and emotional balance.
And that's then lined you up for the future where you have a more stable, dare I say it, emotional cup. You're not ready to pop.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, here was my personal experience. When my dad died, we were very, very close. And so I was very, very, very sad about that. And I didn't know what to do about it. The slightest thing would cause me just to burst into tears. And my mum's way of grieving for my dad was, my dad was a very early adopter of video in the 80s. So my mum's way of grieving was to put videos of my dad on or get the photo albums out. Well, that just tripped me off, And now I'm the only man in the family because I've got my sister. So there's now my sister, my mum and me. And I'm going, I've got to be strong, which means it's not okay to cry. So what I did was I avoided going home because the glass was just full, if you like. Whereas after I'd learned timeline therapy for the first time, the glass was empty. Then I could go and talk with my mum about my dad and all this kind of stuff, and I was totally fine about it. Yeah. So it is most definitely safe. In fact, I'd probably say that once you've done timeline therapy and released your negative emotions, you're safer.
Yeah, I can believe it, because then you're more level-headed, you're safe around yourself. I know from my fact, when I had been very, very, very unwell with my depression years ago, to the point where I didn't want to be on the planet anymore.
Right.
It was not safe. Anything. I remember burning my toast and bursting into tears. The world was over. And I know I say that now loosely, but it didn't feel that at the moment because, like you say, my emotional cup was so full and so toxic. So I really appreciate you sharing that view.